I'm absolutely drenched. My gear is completely soaked. Even my rags and my lens floss, they just drenched. So I'm struggling to keep my lenses dry and my cameras dry. So we're doing something different this time. I'm so excited about this image. Oh, this rain is getting quite difficult to work with. My gear's getting soaked. Right, so I think I'm gonna have to end the video. My microphone is playing up on top on my Sony camera. The dread is Sony camera, that connection on the hot shoe mount. Oh, good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's the end of autumn and I'm back out in the forest again, trying to make the most of my time, and obviously I haven't been out that much this year, so I'm just making the most of it while I can. So I'm back in Wiltshire this morning and I've driven a couple of hours to get here. I was up at 4 o'clock again, but it's so worth it. I absolutely love this forest. I've actually come to a different part of the forest I've never been to, so I'm going to treat today like a scouting mission. But do not underestimate the power of a scouting mission, because it takes that pressure off and you don't have to chase these portfolio worthy images, and you can really concentrate on scenes you want to come back to, and you might even find some great images on those days, you never know. So if you treat every mission like a scouting day, then that takes that pressure off and you might find some epic images. So yeah, the reason I'm at this point is just because I got to the main spot where I normally come. Obviously I'm not a local, so I tend to go to the main spot quite often. But when I got here, there was quite a lot of photographers there, so it's obviously a workshop going on. So I've come to a spot that is a bit quieter and it's on the outskirts of it a bit, but I'm walking into the forest down this way. And when I got here this morning, as soon as I got here, I saw a deer go past there. And I didn't have my lens set up, my big lens, which I've got now, so I didn't really get the image. But it's a good sign, good start of the day. So hopefully we'll be able to see some deer walking through the forest. But I've actually set up my first composition of the day. So because it's the end of autumn, my mission today was actually to chase some autumn colours, or the remnants of autumn, and just to find some last colours of autumn dashed in the forest. But I've come across this lovely, lovely oak I've never seen before, and it's lost all its leaves, but it's such a big, lovely oak tree. And even though it's a dark day and it's starting to rain now, obviously, in fact, I better wipe you, if I can find, let me just wipe your lens quickly. That'll do. Let me just wipe you quickly. So yeah, we found this lovely oak tree, and he's sort of come to the foreground because he's lost all his leaves, but he's quite light. He's got all this light going on him. And then you've got a couple of oak trees behind, which still have the colour, so they bring out the branches and the texture of this tree quite well. And then I think you've got a Hawthorn tree behind, but it's lost all its leaves, but it's still got the berries on, but it kind of acts like a bit of fog behind. Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of this grass in the foreground. There's a bit of a fence going through the lower part of the image, but I don't mind that. And I'm obviously cutting off the sky as well, so I've got a 16:9 shot. And I'm quite pleased with this. So I'm glad I brought this long lens. I was actually going to bring it, but I'm glad I brought it today just to get this one image. I'm actually going to take it again because this rain's coming through. It's acting like a bit of mist. So I'm just going to take this quickly, wipe my lens a bit. So I'm on a 5-second timer because I got the center column and I got my long lens on. I'm on ISO 400, quarter of a second, f11, and basically what I'm trying to do is I've got two branches leaning over to the right, so it's quite nice in a 16:9 frame. But I'm trying to centralize those two branches, and then have the tree, the main trunk onto the left, so it sort of brings you into the frame cinematically, I guess. So yeah, it's the first image of the day, and we're going to walk into the forest here, hopefully see some deer, and chase some awesome autumn colours as well. Awesome autumn colours, I should say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to today. Hopefully you can join me, and we find some compositions to talk through with you. So yeah, this one's a great one, I think, and I'm quite pleased with it. One to come back to in the future, definitely.
So this one was the first image of the day. The rain hadn't quite arrived yet, so everything still had that deeper contrast, those richer tones, almost like autumn was giving me one last push of colour before it faded. Very poetic, I know. And then the rain and mist rolled through. The same scene, just a little later, but everything softened, the colours pulled back and the atmosphere changed, and it all took on this really gentle, quiet mood. Two completely different feelings from the same scene. I'd love to know which one you actually prefer or which one you're drawn to, the stronger, more colourful version, or the softer, misty one once the weather came in.
Wow, rain probably coming in now. So condition wise, I think it is supposed to rain quite heavily on and off today. The only jacket I got with me is my bright yellow one, which is a bit unfortunate. Should have brought my green one, but it is what it is. It'll keep me dry, I suppose. I'm already soaked. My gear's pretty wet as well. So yeah, we're going to move on now. I'm sure I just saw another deer down there, so it's further down now. Those jackets are going to cut me out. Right, let's move on down there, is it? Let me try to move away. That rain probably came down there. I did just get another photo in the same spot. I just moved to the left. There's some lovely colour on a birch tree, a silver birch tree, and then some beech trees and oak trees around it, surrounding it. So you get some lovely structure with the branches behind of the oak trees and the beech trees, and then you've got this lovely dash of colour with the birch in the front. So I'm glad I stayed for that, and it was raining quite heavily during that scene, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm so tempted just to keep my camera stuff out, my long lens out, just because of the deer, you know. But it's just getting soaked. So we're just going to move slightly forward and just be as quiet as possible. Hopefully this rain eases off, which it has now actually. There are supposed to be some bright spells today as well, so you might get some lovely rays coming through. I'm hoping there might be some patches of mist because there is the wind is supposed to die down as well, and obviously because of the rain the leaves will be really saturated. So the conditions are actually looking pretty good. So let's go and find some composition. Looking forward to it. So this rain is coming down lovely now, and I've got a lovely mist in this background, but I still have not got past this initial lane I came on, just because I'm attracted to all these colours, and who can pass up a path shot in the forest? There's something about it that just works, isn't it? It sort of links you to the human part of it, really. But something that I love about this scene that I've got here in this composition is I've got these two hawthorn trees either side, and they're quite tall, spindly trees, and they're very, very dark. But at the top of the frame, they're still hanging on to their berries, and so you get this lovely dash of red at the top. But then in the middle, you've got this lovely mist coming through because of the rain, and you've got a couple of trees dashed either side. A lovely deer in here would be glorious, but that's high expectations, that is. So yeah, we've got a lovely dash of colour to the right side of the frame. It might be a beech tree, but I haven't quite looked at it. I haven't been into the frame to look at it yet. But the two main things I love about this frame are the hawthorn trees either side. They're quite dark and foreboding, really. But what I might do is just like head slightly forward, because I think this one on the right side might prove worthy of another composition closer up, because I think the backdrop might be quite foggy, and the textures of the trees behind might act like a fake sense of fog, and obviously with this rain coming through there'll be more fog coming through as well. So yeah, I'm going to take this image now because I absolutely love it, and hopefully we'll get past this lane and actually get into the forest again. I get distracted so easily by trees, but I absolutely love it, so I'm really enjoying myself today. I love being in the rain. It's a bit awkward with your camera gear, but it's so worth it in the end, just to get some images that got some atmosphere of them. So yeah, another shot in the bag, I think, and I'm gonna just step forward and see if I can get a shot of this hawthorn tree, and I'll put that one up as well as this one. So let's move forward now. Oh God, it is proper raining. I want to just some rain covers on it. All part of the fun though. As long as my gear doesn't get totally drenched. I don't mind getting wet, but it's just when my gear gets wet, it's a bit worrying. I haven't got the best weather sealed camera. Might even have to get the rain cover out for my camera. I got one. I have this one. Just for my video one, really. It stays up to me. Right, let's move on then. See if I can get this hawthorn tree. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely. Let's find something here that... Oh, what a great tree. This rain is getting quite difficult to work with. My gear's getting soaked. And I obviously want to change lenses now and again, but you shouldn't really be doing that just because it causes some change of temperatures within the lenses, within the camera. And you might get some fog within that, and obviously you don't want to get raindrops in either. But it's so atmospheric, so I'm just kind of trying to stick it out, but I am drenched. I haven't got my waterproof trousers on me. But we're going to keep persevering. We're actually going to leave this lane and go into the forest and get some cover, hopefully. Yeah, so let's move forward and get with this rain. Right, so I think I'm gonna have to end the video. My microphone is playing up on top on my Sony camera. The dreaded Sony camera, that connection on the hot shoe mount is playing up, and it keeps saying accessory is not supported on this device. So it's glitching on me a bit. This rain is so heavy, I have no idea if you can hear me or not. So I'm either gonna have to take this back to the office and do some voiceover or something on photos I take. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to take some photos. If this rain eases off, I'll carry on doing the video, but it's been here for about half hour now and it just hasn't eased up. It's getting heavier, in fact. Conditions are incredible, so I want to stick it out, but in terms of video I think I'm going to have to give up on it because my microphone's playing up a bit and the hot shoe mount is obviously playing up. That dreaded Sony connection. So yeah, hopefully we'll carry on the video, but maybe we'll take it back to the office and we'll do some we'll talk about the images I've taken today, maybe. So thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe as always, and we will catch you in the next one, or back at the studio. So cheers everyone. Oh, I'm absolutely soaked. Oh my gosh, a lovely scene. So, I'll put this down a bit. I think we're back in action. My mic was totally playing up. The rain has eased off, thank God. But it is in and out, so I'm going to be quick here. So, what I'm doing is actually working with the SMC for my photos, which was originally my video camera, just because of the swivel screen, really. But But the reason I'm using this is because it's got the aspect ratios inside, whereas my A7 III doesn't have that feature. It only has the 2 aspect ratios, so 3:2 or 16:9. Whereas A7C has 1:1, a square crop, and then a 4:3 as well as those other 2. So that's why I'm working with this one. I tend to like switching my aspect ratios in the field, just because it gives me a better idea of what my composition would be like. But also because I'm using this one because my mic was messing up on top. So I think a bit of water just got in the hot shoe mount, and it was just glitching the camera out. I think it might have stopped now, but it is like happening now and again. So I'm getting like a message on screen saying accessory not supported on this device, and it is definitely to do with that support hot shoe mount on top. So I'm using my A7 III right now for the video, but hopefully I'll be able to swap back. So yeah, so the scene I got behind me. So the thing that you'll see first of all is the background tree is a beech tree, I think. And it's so dark and menacing. It's lost most of its leaves, but in this rain, it's just become pure black. It's almost matte. And that's what stood out to me first. And what I've tried to do is compare it to this foreground tree, which is an oak tree. And it's like a big bark. It's quite white, quite light in colour. So it really shows off how dark that background tree is. So I walked around the scene to try and find a few compositions. This is probably the best one. There might be one further back there because there's a couple of big grand oaks back there, and maybe a chestnut tree as well. So I might have a look at those. But the thing I'm struggling with at the moment is there's a foreground sign. I'm not sure if you can see it on the right side. So it basically says no dogs allowed on this path at certain times. I could like pull it out and then put it back in, but I'm not a big fan of doing stuff like that. Or I could clone it out in post as well, but I'm not a big fan of doing that these days either. So I'm trying to work my way around it. So this was the best shot I got. I'm not a big fan of doing like 2 trees. I'd rather have 3 trees at a minimum, but we'll work with what we got, you know. So yeah, I'm just going to take this shot again. I'm trying to get rid of the sky as best I can. This is why I'm high up on my center column. And I've got a polarizer on slightly, but only slight to bring out the saturation of the leaves. But I don't want to get too much because I quite like this glistening woodland floor because it's so wet. So yeah, take the shot and hopefully my mic doesn't mess up and we can carry on this video. What time is it? Oof, it's just 20 to 11. So we've still got another like 2-3 hours. So I'm going to carry on walking and get some other scenes. I might head that way because I think that's heading out of the forest. So that is somewhere I haven't been before. So I'm going to head through this part here and get some other photos. Yeah.
This beech tree is probably one of my favourite finds of the day. In person, it almost has this mythic presence, this tall, dark and twisted, like something out of a story. There's a real Tim Burton-like energy to the branches when you're standing beneath it. But to truly photograph that nature of the tree, the towering silhouette disappearing into the fog, I'd need completely different conditions, heavy mist, softer light, and probably a much wider angle to show the full reach of those limbs. Today wasn't that day, but I still wanted to make something while I was there. So this is more of a study shot, a reminder to come back next year when autumn returns and hopefully the weather gives me the version of this tree that I see in my head.
So I barely moved. Obviously I'm in the same scene, but I'm still working with this tree and trying to get different compositions with it. So now I'm a bit closer and I'm doing a 16:9 shot with the background trees I mentioned earlier. So I've got this chestnut and oak in a tree. You can barely make them out. But what you can really see in the background is, I think it's beech saplings. So that colour is bringing through in the background against this dark beech tree in the foreground. And I just love how menacing it looks because it's so dark, and the background, because of all this rain passing through, it looks quite misty and foggy, so it really stands out really well. And then all these trees and leaves in the background are glistening in the rain. So yeah, so the composition I got here, definitely going to move on and move forward down here before this rain mist moves through. And I've only got a couple of hours left, so I'm going to move on now. But yeah, centre columns definitely come in handy, definitely. I absolutely love this tripod. I could get like a bigger tripod, but generally I don't want to work with too heavy a tripod, and this 3-legged thing one is ideal for me because I can still use the centre column and use a longer delay on my shutter. So yeah, centre columns, do not be afraid of them because they are great for getting up high to cut out that sky. And I tend to be quite high quite often in the woodlands. So yeah, I love this composition actually. I think I'm going to prefer it over that one, the previous one, to be sure on camera now. Food. So I'm absolutely drenched. My gear is completely soaked. Even my rags and my lens cloths, they just drenched. So I'm struggling to keep my lenses dry and my cameras dry. But I'm still enjoying myself. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. The conditions are insane. I think I'm about the best day of photography for a while. Not just because of the photos, I've probably had better photos here, but I just thoroughly enjoy myself exploring a new part of the forest, and I've come across scenes that I definitely want to come back to. And I've tried something different, like photographing that holly, and I found that beech tree, and I've really worked in the scene pretty well, and I feel like I'm working scenes much better these days. Even explaining them to the camera is helping me because I'm doing border patrol and then doing working my way around compositions and working my way around species, and just explaining it to the camera is helping me definitely with the compositions. So I'm really enjoying that. So I probably will do more of the explaining the compositions to you in the future. So let me know if you like that. But I might call it a day. I have walked around this area and there are a couple of compositions I would like to get. But I'm kind of waiting for this rain to ease off just because my gear's soaked and I just want to give it a bit of a break. Even this scene here to the right of me, so I've got this fallen branch off this oak tree to the side of me, and the leaves and the bracken covering it look rusty, and the floor is so full of leaves right now. And then I got, at the end of this log, I've got this sapling oak tree. I guess it's a sapling, it's a small oak tree. And I just really like the scene, but I'm struggling with the background of it. Even though it's so colourful, some separation would be nice in the scene. But there are a couple of scenes back there I would like to get as well. Maybe ones I passed just now as well. So yeah, I might get those, and we might call this video a day. Just because my mics are struggling. I'm not sure if they're working properly, so I might be talking to myself right now and not even to you. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end it here. Eat my sandwich. I got a turkey sandwich. And then float around and get his compositions, and I put them at the end of the video. So as always, give the video a like if you enjoyed this content, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider it, because we've been making more content hopefully in the future like this in the woodlands, because I absolutely love it here. And we'll be going back to Wales and finding new things for the winter, new woodlands for the winter, and hopefully we'll make our way up to Erie in the future as well. So yeah, give the video a like, all that good YouTube stuff, and we will catch you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. However, see you in the next one. It was a weird wink at the end, and I've never done that before. Weird wink. And I felt like that was a bit cheesy. Yeah, a bit cheesy. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm beaming because I'm loving myself. Loving myself? I'm not loving myself. I'm loving this. God, I'm babbling on now, aren't I? Sorry. Yeah, I'm loving these conditions. So, catch you later. Another wink. Another wink.